6:51, time for the morning sprint.
Governor Evers is laying out his budget plan for the next 2 years with a focus on schools and small businesses.
We have a long road ahead of us, and our Main Street businesses need help now.
The governor wants to put $200 million toward helping small businesses. The budget also includes increased investment in public school funding, rural schools, special education, and the UW system. There's a lot more to this budget, including a number of climate change initiatives and broadband access. We have an extensive breakdown of the governor's plans up right now on channel3000.com.
This, to me, looks like it is nothing more than a liberal Democrat from Madison's wish list to his donors.
That's the reaction from Republicans in the state legislature. They say they didn't get to see the budget proposal in advance. In a press conference following the governor's speech, they dismissed many of the policies like marijuana legalization and partial repeal of Act 10 as dead in the water. Assembly Speaker Robin Vos, who you just heard from, says there are some areas of common ground they will be taking a look at, like broadband investments.
President Biden says the U.S. will have enough COVID vaccine doses available to anyone who wants one by the end of July. He made the announcement at his town hall at the Pabst Theater in Milwaukee last night. It was the president's first public trip out of the White House since inauguration. The town hall mostly focused on COVID, but also touched on the economy, small businesses, racism, and international affairs.
With all precincts reporting, Deborah Kerr and Jill Underly will move on to the general election for State Superintendent of Public Instruction. Underly is currently the superintendent of the Pecatonica School District. Kerr is the former Brown Deer School superintendent. The general election is April 6th.
In a key Republican primary, John Jagler will advance to meet Democrat Melissa Winker in April. It's to fill the 13th Senate district, left empty by former Senate Majority Leader Scott Fitzgerald.
And at the local level, there are 3 Madison City Council seats up for re-election. In the 9th, Nikki Conklin and Paul Skidmore will advance to the April election. Skidmore's the incumbent. He's been facing some criticism, though, for allegedly using a sexist slur during a meeting last year. He's represented the 9th district since 2005.
We need a new way of thinking and a new perspective.
The Milwaukee Bucks executive, the latest person to enter the U.S. Senate race for Ron Johnson's seat. In a campaign video, Alex Lasry promises to bring a fresh perspective and new way of thinking to the U.S. Capitol. He was most recently in the news for getting a vaccine at age 33. So far, he'll face Thomas Nelson in a Democratic primary and Johnson in the general if Johnson runs for re-election. He has not announced whether he will or not. It will take some time for officials to update us on what caused a small plane crash in Rock County yesterday, killing the 2 people on board. The plane went down in a wooded area about a mile south of the Southern Wisconsin Regional Airport. Officials say the pilot did radio for help. Emergency crews found 2 people in the plane, both declared dead on scene. The Rock County Sheriff's Office will protect the scene until the NTSB takes over. That investigation could take up to a year.
The teenager accused of shooting and injuring 8 people at Mayfair Mall in November could be tried as an adult. Prosecutors want the 15-year-old tried as an adult, but the suspect's attorney want him to be tried in juvenile court. Police say the shooting happened after 2 groups got into a fight. Closing arguments are set for next Thursday.
Today is Ash Wednesday. It kicks off Lent, which lasts the 46 days leading up to Easter Sunday. Christians will mark the occasion with ash on their forehead, representing death and repentance. Good Shepherd Lutheran Church in Verona is taking a different approach to the holiday this year. It will provide pre-packaged ashes and individual pre-packaged communion. That is from 11:30 until 12:30 and 5:30 to 6:30 at both church campuses.
Well, the CDC says deadly winter storms happening across the country will cause widespread delays of vaccine shipments over the next few days. The weather has brought a tornado to Brunswick County, North Carolina, killing at least 3 people. Texans are dealing with another night of record low temperatures in the single digits as millions shivered in the cold and dark. The electrical grid there cannot keep up with demand.
And we are watching another storm system impact some of those same areas today. Snow throughout Dallas, freezing rain through Austin and Houston. That's now working its way towards Memphis. Here in southern Wisconsin, though, we are clear. A beautiful sunrise taking shape right now. Our temperature at 13 degrees below zero because the air is calm. The wind is not blowing. Wind chills in very many cases line up with the actual air temperature out there. 16 below in both Lone Rock and Boscobel. We warm up to 16 degrees as we go through today. Clouds will be on the increase. We'll see more clouds on Thursday with a high of 22. Snow chances by Sunday in the 30s for next week.
Love the sounds of that. Have a great day, folks. Enjoy that sun rays. We'll see you tomorrow.